Thank you. Now you will sit up. Welcome to this video lecture. This lecture is regarding punctuation, and we know that the word punctuation has been derived from the word punctum. Punctum means right use of beads in the necklace. एक माला जो होती है उसमें जो बीड्स डालते हैं हम ऑफ वेरियस कलर्स, वेरियस साइजेस, उसको पंचम बोलते हैं. एंड दिस वर्ड punctuation has been derived from the same word. Going towards the definition, it is actually the right use of words and symbols. Right use of words and symbols. Those symbols include like full stop. It is like this. Like comma. Comma. It is not pronounced as comma. It is comma. It is like this. And some other symbols like a note of interrogation, exclamatory mark, etc. Into a sentence. This is punctuation. What is punctuation? It is the right use of words, symbols like full stop, like comma, like note of interrogation, like exclamatory mark, like some ellipses, like slash, like brackets, okay, like hyphen, and all those punctuative marks. Some are the punctuative marks. Some are punctuative marks. Punctuative marks. I will write here. Very well known, very famous punctuation marks. First one, you know, it is a full stop. It is symbolized like this, full stop. Please remember this thing. This dot is called as period in American English. However, in British English it is called as full stop. Normally we follow American asset here, but it is not something we always follow. Here we follow British asset. In British it is called a full stop, and in American English it is called a period, but it is same thing in both the cases. And number second, comma, it is like this. American as well as British English, it is comma. And this one, it is very common one. What is this? Note of interrogation. It is symbolized like this. Number fourth, exclamatory mark, or you may call this as note of exclamation. It is like this, a line, a dot under the line. In math this is called a factorial, but in English it is called an exclamatory mark or note of exclamation. Go ahead and write the next one. These are very common one. First I will write quotation marks, also called as inverted commas. Symbol like this. Quotation marks or inverted commas. Number 6, a dash. It has got two types, M dash and N dash. Here M and N stands for length of the dash. You may write here, it is like this, but it has got two types. I will write here dash and M dash. These N, M and simply depict the length of the dash. In the length, if we say this is M and this is N, which one is smaller? N dash is smaller as compared to M dash. Simply it is dash. Now, along with dash, we use a very common symbol. Mostly we use those in combination with each other. That we call as colon. It is like this. Normally we use colon and dash when we have to explain something, like there is a concept of photosynthesis, like there is a concept of language, like there is a concept of grammar. Whatever is here, we just use this in combination. But remember, this is a colon, and next one is semicolon. What is semi? What do you mean semi? It means half of the colon. Semicolon, half of the colon. It is actually half of the colon, and towards the use we will go later, inshallah. And then there are brackets or parentheses. These are called in language. Parentheses, or simply you may call them as brackets. Like this. Go ahead. Let me write here 10th one. You might have heard ellipses, and its symbol is like this. Some of the dots. Number 11th slash, like this. These are the commonly used punctuating marks. However, there are so many. Like nowadays in the computer writing, in the informal writing, we have emojis. That is a kind of, in fact, that is a kind of punctuating marks. We have some brackets. We are having hash. Those stars. These are all included in the punctuating marks. But those normally we use those in informal writing, in casual writing. But in formal writing, these are the commonly used punctuating marks. We will discuss them one by one. But before discussing them one by one, let's have a quick glimpse on their use. The main uses of all these punctuating marks. Have a look. It is full stop. Full means pura. Stop means rukna. So it is used where the sentence gets complete. It is used at the end because it is full stop. It is used at the end. Comma. It is a pause. It is a pause where the sentence is not ended. Note of interrogation. It has got only one use. It is used at the end of every question. Exclamatory mark. Use it to show strong emotions, strong feelings. Dash. Use it at the end of line. You may call it icon because they are similar, very much similar in shape. Okay? Then colon. It is used to add the commit after the independent clause. After the independent clause. Semicolon. It is half of colon. It is used for a shorter pause. Parenthesis, brackets. These are used to give the additional information. Additional information. These are the main uses. They have got yet another uses, but these are the main uses. Okay, then ellipses. These are used to show the continuity. For example, if you are in class 10th, in a question, you have to write the counting from 1 to 100. You will not write from 1 to 100. You will just write 1, 2, 3, 4, then some ellipses, then 100. Indicates that this counting continues from 1 to 100. And in the same way, if there is 1, comma, 3, comma, 5, comma, 7, then comma, 9, then comma, 11, then you will put some ellipses there, and finally you will use 99. What does that mean? We are here to write the odd numbers, okay? Then there is slash, show some alternatives. Show some alternatives, okay? So, let us try to discuss those in a few headings. In a few, the first head is, we call them as terminals or terminal punctuative marks. This is what we are going to discuss for today. Terminal punctuative marks, or in nutshell, you may call them as terminals. And what we can discuss in terminals, first one is full stop, second one is note of interrogation, and third one is, though it is partially terminal, remember it is partially terminal, exclamatory mark. Have a look please. This is the full stop, this is the note of interrogation, and this is note of exclamation. These are called terminals. What? Terminal means at the end. This is the terminal. This is the terminal. Terminal means at the end. So these punctuative marks, without some exceptions regarding this one. So I may call this is partially terminal. This is partially terminal. Partially is terminal. Because we can use this in the middle of the sentence. We can use this at the end of the sentence. But no way this can be used at the beginning of the sentence. This is no way possible. So these three are called terminal punctuative marks because simple, Muskan, because they are used at the end. All these are used at the end. First, let us have a look on full stop. Full stop. It is used at the end of number 8 declarative sentence. What is declarative sentence? A sentence we simply declares a fact. Declarative sentence is a sentence we simply declares a fact. For example, earth is round. For example, it is sunny day today. For example, I teach the students. For example, teacher is thinking about something. For example, I go to the school. For example, we are planning a picnic. These are simply facts. Or you may call them as assertive sentences. Assertive? Okay, this is the first use of full stop. And it is used in some abbreviations. In some abbreviations. Let us try to write some the sentences in which we can use full stop at the end. First sentence. Example. It is raining outside. Put the full stop at the end. What is the sentence? What is the sentence? It is a systematic grouping of words that bears a complete sense. Why I am saying systematic? Because it should follow the rules and regulations of grammar. So here the sentence is complete. That is why it is placed at the end. That is why it is a terminal. At the end. Next sentence. I go to the school. Put a full stop at the end. I go to the school. Because it is simply a fact. The earth revolves around the sun. Put a full stop at the end. Put a full stop at the end. But remember one thing. One thing you have to remember. Nowadays, there is an introduction of computer writing or computer typing. Yes. We just type things on the computer. At that time, remember one thing. No need to place a space between the last word and the full stop. No need to place, no need to keep a space between the last word, that is your son, that is your school, that is your outside. No space is required. However, before starting the next sentence, put a space here. So put a space after the punctuative marks, not before the punctuative. Sometimes we do errors when we just type the things on the computer, on the keyboard. No need, no space is required between the last word and the full stop, and do leave a space between the full stop and the next word. What is this dot called in American English? It's a period, and in British it is a full stop. What is it used? It is placed at the end of every declarative or assertive sentence. And not only these, I forget here one thing. I will write here this A1. I will write here imperative sentences. Imperative sentences. Do you know what are imperative sentences? Simply those sentences in which there is an order, a command, a request. So, these are supposed to use. I go to school, those revolves around the sun. Mr. Mubarak is teaching the students. It is raining outside. It is a sunny day today. We are leaving for Jammu the next week. The PM is arriving. All these sentences simply declare a fact. That is why they are called declarative sentences. Now next one is only we will discuss these terminals today. Next one is let us go towards this one. In imperative sentences, those sentences I am repeating. Those sentences in which there is order, command, request. For example, shut the door. What do you think it is? Order. Simply it is an order. But place a full stop here. Now next, please give me 100 rupees. Yeah, rupees 100. Put a full stop here. What do you think it is? It is a request. Because during the day, in the contemporary time, even beggars will ask, when they need money, they will at least ask for 100 rupees. Gone are the days, 1 rupee, 2 rupees, because the money is now in the devalued state. So please give me 100 rupees, okay? And drink enough water. What is it? It is a suggestion. Those sentences in which there is order, command, request, suggestion, those are called imperative sentences. And all the imperative sentences end with a period and with a full stop. All the imperative sentences end with a full stop. Okay, this is one thing. And now some abbreviations. Like we have MA. What is it? Master of Arts. MSc, Master of Science. MCom, Master of Computer. Master of Commerce. Master of Commerce. Okay? So these are some of the abbreviations. But remember one thing, that is very important. Use of period is optional. Use of period or full stop is optional when the contraction ends with the same letter as its full name. You may use full stop, you may avoid it. ये बात मैं आपको तरीके से समझाता हूँ. Suppose आपके पास what is this? Doctor. Very good. It is doctor. Now let's try to write it in full. It is D-O-C-T-O-R. Doctor. Contraction ends with full form ends with. Even such is the case. The use of full stop is optional. So you may write a full stop here or you may avoid it. No rule, no hard and fast rule. Better is to avoid. Write Mr. M-I-S-T-R, Mr. Contraction ends with R, full word ends with R. So when such is the case, you may use full stop, you can avoid this full stop. Okay? Fine? Okay. This was something about declarative, imperative, and remember one more thing. Normally, this is an additional thing. Normally, we avoid subjects in the imperative sentence. Normally, but subject is the mandatory part of the sentence. We say stand up. We say get up, go out. We hardly say you stand up, you get out. So we avoid subjects, but there are subjects. There are. Because at times of orders, we can't use subjects. जब कोई इमरजेंसी होगी ना, तब हम लैंग्वेज की उस नज़ाकत को थोड़ा भूलते हैं. क्या करते हैं? जब कोई ऑर्डर होगा ना या कोई सख्ती होगी, लैंग्वेज की नज़ाकत को भूलते हैं. जैसे तमाम जो सूरा है 114 surahs in the Quran, they start with Bismillah, but there is one surah that doesn't start with Bismillah. Can you name that one? सूरह तौबा. उसमें चोर के लिए धुतकार है. तो ये नहीं है कि कोई आपका पर्स लेके भाग रहा है, हम उसके पीछे दौड़ रहे हैं, फिर हम उसको थोड़ी पकड़ेंगे, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, पर्स मुझे वापस दे दो. Is it possible? No. So it is not possible. At that time we have to change our tone, change our voice. That's why in imperative kind of sentences, we just avoid subjects. हम ये मत कहेंगे हाँ सर तो एक सुनाओ मुझे तो पर्स वापस. हम सीधे उसको एक्शन कर देंगे. But there are subjects as well. So let us move ahead. Let us jump towards next one. It has got a single use, so no need to panic. Note of interrogation. Interrogatory mark. Used at the end of every sentence in which a question is asked. Questions are asked, questions are not told. Remember this thing. सवाल पूछे जाते हैं, सवाल बताए नहीं जाते. And we know that we have got three categories of questions. How many? Three. One is we rarely use, those we call as question tags. But we have got two categories of questions. That I will try to make clear here. Question. Briefly I will say here. Briefly. Question. One category of questions, they start with helping verbs. Second category of questions, they start with interrogative adverbs or interrogative adverbs, or simply you may say WH questions. These are called yes-no questions because their answer can be yes or no. These are explanatory. They need explanations. For example, these questions start with what, why, who, whom, etc. These questions start did, do, have, is, shall, etc. All the helping verbs. Whenever a question is asked by using these words, shall we go? Yes or no. Can you sing a song? Yes or no. Can you dance? Yes or no. Is it raining? Yes or no. But it is no way possible. What are you doing? Yes or no. No way possible. It needs explanation. So, my dear, in simple terms, whether the question is from this category or this category, it always ends with this mark. This mark indicates a single use it has got. Is placed, it is also a terminal. Why it is a terminal? Because it is also placed at the end of a statement. So, you may give some examples of your own. For example, what do you like? This is a question. Who is your favorite cricketer? This is a question. Huh? Next, have you done your homework? This is a question. So this is all about question mark. But remember one thing regarding spacing. We do not leave a space between the last word and the question mark. However, we leave a space between the question mark and the next word. Sometimes it is question inside a passage. But before starting the next one, leave a space. Leave a space. So, and final one for today's lesson, it is exclamatory mark. Exclamatory mark. Note of exclamation. In fact, it is written here. Let me continue from this one. It is, you may write here, this one. It is used to express strong, okay, feelings or emotions. Remember one thing, whosoever lives in this world, he has got feeling, he has got an emotion. But strong feeling and strong emotion is something else. Quoting a very simple example. For example, there is a cricket match between two countries. Say it is between Australia and England. Suppose if somebody supports Australia, he wants Australia to win the game. England batting post has scored 400 runs. But he is Australian fan. He wants Australia to win this game. And late evening he is watching the match on the television along with his brother. Now what happens when Australia comes to bat, they just lose 5 wickets for 50 runs. 5 wickets for 50 runs. Now, our emotion, our feeling is that Australia will lose the match by a big margin. By a big margin. Now, what we prefer actually, we just go to bed and in the morning, imagine when we awake in the morning, our brother says to us, do you know, Australia has won the match by 6 wickets. At that time, it is a strong emotion. Just strong, how is it possible? So we just say, hurrah, Australia has won the match. It is something our expectation. When we enter this room, we are expecting students here. But sometimes when I enter the room, I just see a snack here. It is something beyond expectation. So at that time I will utter a cry. And those cries, do you know, those are called in grammar, those are called as interjections. Remember this thing. Interjections. Like interjections are like hurrah, ah, wow, oh, alas, he. These are so many. They don't have any particular use in grammar. They don't have particular meanings. Do you know why? If I enter the room, I see a snack here. My feeling will be something different. In the same way, if a girl enters the room, perhaps she will like something like that. So this this is nothing. This is an interjection. This is an expression of feeling. And we don't think at that time. क्या हम सोचते हैं क्या हम कौन सी चीज दे देंगे या क्या करेंगे, क्योंकि ये सडन होता है सारा. तो ऐसे सेंटेंस जिनमें सडन फीलिंग्स होंगे वो सेंटेंस एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क कहलाते हैं. तो मैंने कहा एक्सक्लेमेटरी, प्लीज बी एबल टू only for 5 minutes. I just told you that exclamatory mark is partially terminal because mostly it is used at the end. However, we may use it in between, but no way at the beginning because beginning पे use कर ही नहीं सकते. ये कहाँ पॉसिबल है? पहले एक्सपीरियंस ही हम कुछ ना पहले इमोशन ही आएगी. Is it right? No way. So have a look. Let me write this one. Hurrah! Here's the exclamatory mark. This is called interjection. We have, now I will write we have won the match. Right here, full stop. Okay, alas, I have lost my mobile phone. Not a good thing because there are so many contacts and so many personal things, mobile phone, some images, some but not. So it is always a difficult situation when we lose just our mobile phone. Hurrah! Ah, what a beautiful flower. Okay? Wow! What a nice experience. Wow! What an amazing sight. So all these, in fact, we have just dictionary issues. So let me write one sentence in which we can use it at the end. What a beautiful flower. Here we can use it at the end. At the end. Okay. So again, something important regarding spacing. No need to leave the space between the last word and the exclamation mark. Yes, do leave a space before starting
The next.
then the next word. The next word. This is regarding spacing. So before concluding, let me repeat all the things what we discussed today in Urdu.
Yes.
देखिए, आराम से 5 मिनट आप सुनो, फिनिश, उसके बाद कर देंगे. देखिए, मैंने बोला पंक्चुएशन क्या होता है. मैंने बोला वर्ड पंक्चुएशन जो है वो पंक्चम से निकला है. पंक्चम का मतलब होता है जो बीड्स होते हैं. मैं माल फलचास तुम अकिस नेकलेस में माल मस तार असल पर दैट इज कॉल्ड पंक्चुएशन. दैट इज कॉल्ड. तो इंग्लिश के ग्रामर में मैंने कहा इट इज द राइट यूज ऑफ वर्ड्स, सिंबल्स एंड दोस सिंबल्स आर दोस सिंबल्स इंक्लूड फुल स्टॉप, क्वेश्चन मार्क, एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क, ellipses, dashes and all that. उसके बाद मैंने क्या कहा, हम उनको एक एक करके डिस्कस करेंगे. मैंने कहा कुछ पहला एक हेड ले लेंगे. मैंने कहा उसको हम बोलते हैं, इनमें से कुछ हम निकालेंगे कुछ मार्क्स. उन मार्क्स को बोलते हैं टर्मिनल पंक्चुएटिव मार्क्स या सिर्फ टर्मिनल्स. ये टर्मिनल पंक्चुएटिव मार्क्स या टर्मिनल्स को इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि ये अक्सर टर्मिनल पे यूज किए जाते हैं. टर्मिनल होता है एंड. इनमें मैंने 3 चीजें डिस्कस की. मैंने किया फुल स्टॉप, नेम ही बताता है. फुल पॉज होता है, फुल पॉज एट द एंड यूज किया जाता है. मैंने कहा नोट ऑफ इंट्रोगेशन एट द एंड यूज किया जाता है. मैंने कहा एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क, मैंने कहा पार्शियली टर्मिनल क्योंकि कभी-कभी बीच में भी इस्तेमाल करते हैं. उसके बाद मैंने कहा फुल स्टॉप जो है ये हर किसी सेंटेंस के एंड में इस्तेमाल किया जाता है. और ये मैंने साथ साथ कहा कि फुल स्टॉप इसको ब्रिटिश इंग्लिश में कहते हैं, इसको पीरियड अमेरिकन इंग्लिश में कहते हैं. मैंने आपको ये भी कहा कि ये कौन से सेंटेंस के एंड पे होता है, डिक्लेरेटिव सेंटेंस के एंड पे या असर्टिव सेंटेंस के एंड पे होता है. अब मैंने डिक्लेरेटिव और असर्टिव सेंटेंस को साथ साथ थोड़ी डिफाइन भी किया. मैंने बोला वो सेंटेंस जो सिंपली किसी फैक्ट या स्टेटमेंट को डिक्लेयर करता है या बताता है. मैंने बोला ये इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंस के एंड में भी आता है. साथ साथ मैंने इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंस को थोड़ा डिस्कस किया. मैंने बोला इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंस वो सेंटेंस होता है जिसमें कोई कमांड, कोई ऑर्डर, कोई रिक्वेस्ट या कोई सजेशन होगा. ठीक है, उसके आखिर पे हम कुछ कुछ लें. मैंने कहा कुछ एब्रिविएशन में, नॉट इन ऑल द एब्रिविएशन, जैसे एमएससी, एमए, एमकॉम, एमएलए, एमएलसी, सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स. मैंने उसके साथ साथ कहा ये इनके यूजेस बताए. और साथ साथ मैंने ये कहा कि स्पेसिंग के हवाले से, स्पेस क्या होते हैं, जो हम जगह छोड़ते हैं, जो स्पेस बार होता है कंप्यूटर टाइपिंग में. मैंने कहा लास्ट वर्ड और पंक्चुएटिव मार्क्स, फुल स्टॉप के बीच हम स्पेस नहीं छोड़ते. नेक्स्ट वर्ड स्टार्ट करके हम स्पेस छोड़ते हैं. ठीक है, ये रहा. उसके बाद तो साथ साथ फिर मैंने कहा कि ये इंटरोगेटिव मार्क यानी क्वेश्चन मार्क का हम यूज करते हैं. सिंपल बात है, तमाम जो क्वेश्चंस होते हैं उनके लास्ट में यूज करते हैं. तो इसकी सिंपल मैंने बताई. और मैंने एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क का यूज करते हैं. मैंने कहा एक्सक्लेमेटरी मार्क एक्सक्लेमेटरी सेंटेंसेस में यूज करते हैं. एक्सक्लेमेटरी सेंटेंस वो सेंटेंस जिनमें एक ऑर्डर होगा, कमांड होगी, सॉरी एक्सक्लेमेटरी सेंटेंस जिनमें सडन फीलिंग्स होगी या इमोशंस होगी, कोई जज्बात का उभरना ज्यादा होगा. मैंने कहा ये फीलिंग्स या ये इमोशंस हम इंटरजेक्शन से दिखाते हैं जिनका कोई पर्टिकुलर मीनिंग नहीं होता. ये इसको सेंटेंस के बीच में भी यूज करते हैं, एट द एंड ऑफ सेंटेंस भी यूज करते हैं. यहाँ पे भी मैंने स्पेसिंग की आवाज से वही कहा कि स्पेस इसके लास्ट 2 लेटर और इसके बीच नहीं छोड़ी जाती है. नेक्स्ट लेटर, नेक्स्ट वर्ड स्टार्ट करने के लिए स्पेसिंग का कांसेप्ट है. ठीक है. और लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट, दैट इज यू मस्ट नो दिस थिंग, capital letters are called uppercase letters and small letters are called lowercase letters. Uppercase letters and lowercase. So that is all for today. Hopefully you would have got what I tried to communicate to you people. So thank you and thank you for your patient listening. And if you think it is beneficial for you, you can go for subscription. If you don't think it's in such terms, so you may avoid. But do watch these videos. Definitely these are going to benefit you. Thank you and thank you all.